Growing up, I used to think that Jamaica was part of Africa. I'm a Nigerian myself, and I don't know why. I always just thought that Jamaica was somewhere in Africa. I don't know why. I don't know why.
So, I think it's safe to say that there are a few Africans growing up who genuinely thought that Jamaica was in Africa. And I am guilty. I am one of those people who genuinely thought Jamaica was an African country. And I remember growing up, my dad used to play Bob Marley so much. And on top of that, the vinyl, we used to call it LPs, the cover was clearly a black African man. So it didn't make sense that if anyone had to tell me, no, this man is not in Africa or from Africa, he's obviously African, but that Jamaica is not in Africa. Made no sense. But I know better now, guys. I'm grown up, but I do know something. So there's this other African country, and they do not consider themselves black. I don't even know if they think they're African. It's a blue flag, and no, it's not Botswana, but maybe if we can swap them with the Caribbean. Just a thought. Use it, don't use it.
Guys, do you know that there are people who think that Jamaica is in Africa? Like, serious. And, sometimes some people say some things and you say, oh my God, why would you think that? That's so stupid. Like, it makes sense that you would think Jamaica is in Africa. Like, we were talking about flights, and she was like, what's the flight time to go home? So I said, like, 4 and 20 minutes, She said, 4 and 20 minutes to Africa. I said, Jamaica is not in Africa. Jamaica's in the Caribbean. And I mean, yes, like, that is widely known that Jamaica is in the Caribbean, but it makes sense. Say Jamaica should be a place in Africa. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it does.
South Africans are okay with things not making sense. For example, Jamaica's not in Africa, Haiti's not in Africa, Brazil's not in Africa, but I've come across some South Africans that in theory know this, but in reality, like, they don't compute it or process it, right? For example, I'll tell people about my Jamaican friends. I'll be like, oh my gosh, like, Jamaicans have housed me and made me feel more welcome and helped my transition a lot more than, some African people. And they'll be like, why are you separating Jamaicans from Africans? Is Jamaica not in Africa? I'm like, bro, we were in the same geography class. You know that Jamaica is not in Africa. And then people would have to dig in their knowledge and be like, oh my gosh, in theory, yes, I do know that it's not in Africa. But the way that Jamaican culture, Haitian culture, even some people think that Brazil, not as often Brazil comes up, but some people do think that Brazil is in Africa. Like, they would know it in theory that it's not in Africa, but then practically and realistically, like, their brains just see these cultures, the spirituality within these cultures, the expression, the color, the ceremoniousness, the way that Africans feel loved when they're in these countries, and they'll be like, yeah, this must be an African person, even though the theory we learned in class is cognitively dissonant to that, or it is incongruent to the information that their brain feeds them. And I find that so fascinating. And I think then when you approach the African continent or South Africa, knowing that things make sense not making sense, knowing that people can maneuver the countries in the world in their heads to make sense of identity in the world, I think it lets you approach South African ignorance differently, and South African history and political context differently, because there is a context as to why people think that Jamaica is in Africa. And it's not everyone. It's some people. It's probably a minority before people come at me. But yeah, I hope I'm making sense.
Let me lighten the mood real quick. So it's a lot of people that grew up in Africa, right, that really thought Jamaica was in Africa. And it's all right. I'm going to make a dream come true. Look. Jamaica is really in Africa. You have Jamaica right here. You see the island of Jamaica, and this is the continent of Africa. Jamaica is in Africa. Now listen to nobody. We are one. Love. Big up to my people.
I said, from once you have my skin color, you are an African. But most people in the Caribbean, if you tell a Jamaican, you are an African. No, me an African, I'm a Jamaican. No, you were taken from Africa. You've been a Barbados. No, I'm not I'm a Bajan. Listen, you are an African. We were all taken and scattered all across the earth. Time for you to come home, man. Time for you to come Africa.
What's up, family? It's your boy, not your man, Caribbean Connecting. Like the video, guys, subscribe. Actually, guys, don't you know that some Africans, they think Jamaica is in Africa? And guys, if you go and make research, if you go and try to find out that to actually, guys, you can see that it's true. Some Africans they think Jamaica is in Africa, and guys, this is because, guys, when you look back history, you know, in some African countries, Jamaican music has so much influence. Like you can say, like Kenya, like Ethiopia, like some other countries in Africa, maybe Nigeria. A lot of young people in Africa, when they're growing up, and they grow up listening to Jamaican music, and that's when, like, even when they watch, they see like their black brothers singing like Conscience, like Fabs Cartel, those guys. And you know what? They think those guys, they're just from local, they're just from their country, or they're just from Africa, because they see a black man or black sister from Jamaica singing. And that's why, guys, if you check this girl from South Africa, she was like, when she growing up, her father used to listen to Jamaican music, Bob Marley. And then she thinks that she thought Bob Marley was from Africa, or like Jamaica was in Africa, because her father used to listen to Jamaican music, Bob Marley. And then for her, like growing up in that environment, she thought Jamaica is in Africa. And that's why, guys, because guys, some African people, they love Jamaica, especially young people who now want to become like artists. They like Jamaica. They want to go to Jamaica. They want to be in Jamaica. Some of them like they try to copy like Jamaicans. They like Jamaica, and that love, guys, drives like a lot of people. They think Jamaica is in Africa because of the environment, the way they see like conscience, like Mufado, like those Fabs Cartel. When they're singing, people like their music, so they think Jamaica is in Africa. But a lot of people, when they grew up, maybe they watch YouTube, they watch TikTok, or maybe they make research. That's when they knew that, hey, Jamaica is in the Caribbean, not in Africa. And so, guys, another reason, guys, that Jamaicans actually, guys, they love like Africans. Jamaicans, they are real people, they are good people. They show love to Africans. And guys, a lot of like Jamaican artists, like including Conscience, they come to Africa, they come to Kenya. Jamaicans, they show love to like Africans. Like Jamaicans, they like Africans. That's why, guys, nowadays when you see on YouTube, there are a lot of African YouTubers who are only making Jamaican content. They're talking about Jamaica. They're saying Jamaica, Jamaica. And guys, if I take you back, guys, if you check my other channel, which is called Basketball Light, guys, I was the one that started that thing. One day, I just wake up. I was planning to go to town to make videos about like interviews. And I was like, why not Jamaica? So when I made that Jamaican video, that video got viral, 27K. And that's when a lot of like other YouTubers they come a point where like they also want to do Jamaica. Even there was a girl who's talking about it's called Claudia. She was only talking about Jamaica. Guys, Jamaica content has gained so much popularity. Everyone was talking about Jamaica, Jamaica. But nowadays, guys, there are few who are doing. There are few. I think there's a guy from South Africa. It's called I don't know Africa, something like that. And there are some others who are also doing Jamaica. But guys, that shows you that even Jamaicans they support a lot to African YouTubers. They watch their videos, they support a lot, they comment, they show love, and also Africans, some Africans, especially content creators and people who love Jamaica, they also show love to Jamaicans. So guys, there's a strong love between the two, and that's why when you see when Jamaicans see like some African videos, they really want to support, they watch, and that's why, guys, a lot of Africans they want to come to Jamaica, they want to see Jamaica. Guys, if you remember, there was a Kenyan girl called Dim Wango. She was staying in Jamaica close to 1 year. She was enjoying there, enjoying her life. She was even like close, was planning to stay. And this guy who's called Kino Life in Jamaica was showing her like every place. So she technically she was laughing in Jamaica. Like she was laughing in Jamaica, she was enjoying Jamaica. And there was also other girls called Sean Arwen. She came to come when she came to Jamaica, she was enjoying. And the moment she was leaving, she was like kind of crying. So that's just the guys. Africans love Jamaica. They love Jamaica. They wanna join. They wanna come to Jamaica. They wanna see Jamaica. So I got last time there was a guy who was saying that Jamaica is the only island who will never take a gun to conquer, but their likes, their vibe, like their energy, their music, like has conquered. Like in Africa, Jamaican music has so much influence, and that's why guys, a lot of Africans, some Africans today, they think Jamaica is in Africa because of like the environment they grew up, like the music they like, the vibe. A lot of them like they want to copy Jamaicans, they want to be like Jamaicans. If you take a microphone and ask them, hey, which is your like favorite artist, they may say Fabs Cartel. Some might say like Conscience, those guys. So as you guys, there's a unique laugh. There is so much laugh, and that's why guys, Jamaicans also love Africans, and that's why guys, a lot of Africans they think Jamaica is in Africa. So guys, it's going to again. If it's your first time here, like the video, guys, subscribe. Actually, here guys, I talk about our own stories. So guys, if you love our own stories, guys, we are in that place. If you love such content, our own stories, like interviews, reactions, so many things. Like the video, guys, subscribe. Welcome to Caribbean Connecting. Like the video, guys, subscribe. Thanks so much, guys.